I mean, he is in the studio. He got bars, right?
Oh shoot!
Please, man. I know Derrick trying to say something, but congrats, man, on renewing.
Oh, appreciate it.
Yeah,
Definitely congrats on renewing. We are live right now. Well, not really live, but we are recording, fellas. Welcome back. Good to see y'all. Good to see your faces. We will have some other people joining us tonight because we got a heated debate about prime time heading to Colorado. We'll try to get into some NBA. Big matchup. What was it, Tuesday? It was a great game. It was a great game. Back and forth. Celtics should have put it away, but you know, it's a different story for a different day.
The Lakers
but they got the win. How y'all been? First, congrats, Mees, again on your renewal.
Appreciate
2 years. It was great. Went out to Sacramento first time. It was pretty cool, and everything was to the point, simple, and spectacular. So it was a good weekend. And I also presented him with his fantasy football trophy. I guess that's not the highlight of your weekend now.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. But I mean, it was good to get that out. I'm gonna put that on the mantle, you know, and cause I'm out the playoffs this year, so ain't much. That's my highlight of my fantasy football season.
Don't worry, I'll take care of it for you.
That's what it's looking like. What it's looking like.
We're gonna see Jimmy. What up, man? I see you made your entrance part 2. Hopefully you can say a little bit more about the Lakers, but how you feeling?
I'm feeling good. He kind of broke up a little bit when he was talking. Yeah, I'm doing fantastic.
Harper, I see you in the dark. Got your glasses on today. I mean, what's this look?
Yeah, I know, man. I feel like it's been so long. I look like a totally different person. Right?
Grow your hair out.
Got it right. What I got left, you know. But yeah, I got my glasses on today. But yeah, man, you know, everything is great, Derrick. I'm a little disappointed, I'm gonna be honest.
Wow.
I really wanted to record yesterday, because somebody just been promising me something was gonna happen on Wednesday for a good week and a half.
And who was that?
You can't talk about me.
We got Dinodadondada here right now. Like, you know, Wednesday was just gonna be a glorious day.
I go ahead and throw the topic out there. Like, you know, my man was talking about the East is just in a different stratosphere in the middle old West, man. We way down in the dirt.
Oh,
like pretty much.
That's exactly what I said. But go ahead.
That's the brief summary.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty much Celtics, Bucks. That's the winners of the finals. I'm like,
please, I'll ask you this: are the Celtics and the Bucks not in a tier by themselves right now?
No.
I wouldn't. Maybe the Celtics, but not the Bucks. I'm just not. I don't. And then the Celtics, I don't know, because y'all struggled on that road. I mean, it is a road trip, but y'all did struggle.
We're 4-2. How's that struggle?
I mean, you're right, but it wasn't like No, I guess.
We were 4-2. It was 2 back-to-backs. We played 3 games in 4 nights one stretch. So
I guess
without Horford, without Robert Williams.
No, right. No, y'all legit. I don't know about the Bucks though. The Bucks, I wouldn't put them in the same.
I can understand that.
But
I will say the Bucks got the second best record in the league, and Middleton has played 4 games.
Right.
So, I mean,
but y'all just shoot. Y'all shoot the lights out, man. I don't think it's a better team that can shoot. You know, like y'all, and that's the difference to me. Is the shooting. The shooting is crazy. It is out the world. I wish the Lakers had some of that shooting. They need some of that. We need some of that.
Y'all get it one day.
It's coming.
We can't talk about the Lakers, man.
Trade those picks.
Trade them. They damn right. Trade the picks, man.
Let's get into it. Deion Sanders leaves JSU for Colorado's head coaching job. A lot of controversy about this amongst the group chats, amongst the Twitter spaces, amongst the Instagram. A lot of talk shows talking about it. The First Takes, the Undisputed. But it was just a hot topic because of the notoriety he brought to JSU, the light and the glam that he put on his social media about some of the things he was doing, rap battles, dance battles, some of the speeches and everything, and just the success he brought to JSU when he was there. There's a lot of different perspectives about this. Was it a good move? Was it the right time? I mean, I think either whether he left this year or in 7 years, somebody was going to say something, and it was always going to be a topic. Means I know you was big in the group chat about this. You really called for this podcast because you wanted to debate CJ, but I think he got a little scared of you and didn't show up. But we'll try to get him on here and get his little two takes, 2 cents. But what you got to say about this? What are your thoughts about just Dion leaving JSU for this Colorado job?
Well, I mean, first of all, I'm happy for Dion. Let's not get it twisted. Happy for the man. He's going on, getting more money, getting what he is probably worth, but I seen it. I'm not surprised, man. I seen this coming. I called this when he got the job. This ain't nothing but some pandering, man. That man was pandering to the black community and the HBCUs, and I'm gonna explain to you how, because I knew it, because if you got to think about it, the time when he accepted this job at Jackson State, it was around it was like 3 months after the George Floyd incident or something like that. So, the whole country is up in the wild and everybody's trying to, kind of cater to the black community in a sense, if you get what I'm saying. People that don't usually cater to the black community are trying to cater to the black community, and so I already could smell Dion's BS, because to me he reminded me of a politician. He liked to talk, he liked to run his mouth, and he came in talking about God. What did he say? God called me collect, and I had to accept the charges. It's just these phrases and stuff. God called me to save HBCUs. And don't get it twisted. He did great work with Jackson State. Jackson State. He did great work. But for HBCUs, he did absolutely nothing in his 3 years. How many players did he have go to the league? That's one of his main points, not for the money coming to an HBCU, but to help shine light on HBCUs, on their issues, that the low funding, the lack of kids going to the next level. And then he basically promised kids that, if you come here, I'll help you. You won't have to go to a Power 5 school. And in 3 years, who did he help? Who did he go? Who went to the league? He basically used black folk to basically
his game.
Right. He knew he pandered to us. He knew us as black people, we going to support Dion. He came in and talked about, I'm going to save this, told kids they'd be successful without going to a Power 5 school. And then he got up and left. I just don't understand it. It was the complex for me. You come on acting like you bigger than HBC. We ain't nobody bigger than no HBC. Like, we in HBCU culture, we a family. Ain't nobody bigger than that. He came in thinking that he was God's gift to us. His sons wouldn't have never came to no HBCU if he won't coach in there.
And now some of them don't want to leave.
And now some of them, it's all pandering. That's all he did. He just wanted to get a coaching job without having to be an assistant. That was another thing I heard, which is true. Game day, it was all about him. Everything's all about Dion. It was never about the school, really. The school just benefited from Dion, but it was never about Dion. It was never about the kids. It was always about Deion Sanders. He didn't even put kids. If you were about HBCUs, you would have brought somebody like the mascots, anything on game day. You would have brought the other team, Southern, maybe a administrator, something. Shine light on HBCUs.
Well, how about the president or chancellor?
Something. It was all Dion. That's all they talked about. So I mean, I don't know what else. What else? It's obvious what it was.
Harper, I see you shaking your head. What's your comments?
Nah, I don't disagree with a lot of what me said. I mean, you're right. He did do that, but we're talking about Deion Sanders. I mean, is he really showing y'all anybody he's ever not been? Like, my man has been about him since the first time I ever saw him. So, you're right. The way he came off with the God told me to come here. It ain't about the money. You knew then this ain't gonna end well, but like that's what people want to hear. That's what people in this type of game want to hear. And I don't feel like yeah, you're right. He didn't have to say that, but I don't feel like he's doing much different than what's done at another school. You know what I'm saying?
We're a Power 5, right? A Power 5 school. We don't do that in the HBCUs, dog. We don't do
loyal.
That.
I understand that. But again, you gotta look at the character. Like, no, Deion is not bigger than HBCUs, but does Deion think that? You know what I'm saying? I mean, we all know that answer. So it's like you knew this was gonna come. I don't think he really wants to go to Colorado, but he wants that stage, man. It's prime time. The dude nicknamed himself Prime Time. Like, this is what he's about. I mean, he did a good job there. I didn't know much about Jackson State or whatnot, but I mean, people do now. So it did help. He did help them build some facility last year or the beginning of this year or something. I'm sure one of y'all know. Mm-hmm. But, you know, I mean, he didn't leave that place in no worse shape than when he got there.
Definitely in a better.
Yeah, definitely in a better shape. He took a couple players, but I mean, it's 53 men on the roster. You know what I'm saying? If I'm taking 8, yeah, they may be closer to 1 than 53, but like he left his assistant coach. He gave him the referral. You know what I'm saying? He's also a highly regarded coach. He's been with him since he was doing that stuff in Texas. So, I mean, again, Jackson State's in a better place than when he got there. So you can't be mad. And he did what he said he was going to do. He did do that.
What did he say he was going to do?
He said he was going to win. And that's what he did.
But the main thing he said was dominate. That's what he really said.
They did dominate.
And put kids and give kids the chance to go to the next level. And he did. I ain't seen a damn kid go to the next level yet.
He had one guy that drafted, but I don't know if it was under like his recruiting and things like that. But he had one guy drafted. I'm bringing Orrie again. I know he's traveling out for CTC.
Okay,
Orrie.
What up?
I mean, you know, this is the hot topic. We talked about it when we was in at work. Me saying that he he sold himself pretty
pandering.
Much.
Pandering to the black community. He
sold to the black community. And Harper said he agreed a little bit with Mees, but what did you expect? He's prime time. He named himself prime time. What's your thoughts on this?
Okay, am I speaking to what they said or just in general, just my thoughts?
What's your thoughts on this?
Okay. All right. So I'm want to speak to the outrage, which I'm kind of surprised about because, I mean, it's college football, right? Don't coaches leave all the time? So can't we just let's look at it in a macro perspective. Did he do something that other coaches don't do? A lot of coaches make promises and they leave. And some of the promises they do, they come through, and some they don't. I think from the jump, Deion told y'all what the deal was. He was using this as a stepping stone to get to the next level. Now, if anybody don't know that, I don't know why y'all don't know that. I do y'all research.
No one else offered him anything.
Wait a minute. Hold up. I'm giving you facts right now, right? Everybody knows that he was using this to the next stepping stone. Does everybody on the panel agree with that?
Yes.
Yes.
Very
okay. I mean, so we look at it in macro perspective, try to break it down very simple. He did something all coaches do. He told you what he was doing, and he did it. Now, I know we're going to get into nuanced conversations about it, so that's where I'm going to start at surface level, right? He did what he said he was going to do. He got more attention. I believe he worked some of his connections to get the kids to travel better on the airlines. He got, I believe, a clothing deal with, was it Kurt Warner's company or somebody like that? So the kids were dressed a little bit better. His salary, didn't he give like half his salary to the universities so they could do certain things? I mean, like, some good things, right?
He breaking up. He going to the train station. But
well, I've been watching Deion. He's at Florida. I remember him with the gold chains coming out and his interview coming out. He's definitely about himself for sure. So
we know that.
He's very important about that.
And now,
He breaking up, but when we get him back, we'll talk to him. But Dion.
Let me throw my 2 cents in.
Oh, go ahead, Jimmy. Go ahead.
Now, I mean, for me, I kind of respect
the Central graduate.
Yeah, HBCUs. You know, I mean, everybody know he was going to use it for a stepping stone, but you know, I respect him for kind of setting the foundation that you know a former coach could really put you know a HBCU to that next level, and maybe he opened the door for you know someone else. He's gonna go and get his bag, and I think when it comes to the players, I mean, they got to prove it with that talent. There's a lot of you know college kids that come out of HBCUs to make it to the league, so it's not really on the coach to kind of deliver that. It's really you know up to the players that really play at that level. That's it, though.
it is in a way, but when you're a coach and you're amongst men, some of those players look to you as father figures, as mentors, as things like that. And if obviously he probably gave a great speech because that's what he do. He just like to talk and do that. But some people saying, "Oh, he did it for his kids. He didn't want his son to play 4 years at an HBCU. He wanted to get him exposure and things like that." Well, step out of the coaching reign and be a father. Because you ain't just coaching one player. You coaching 53, 65, 73. Step out of that. So that's what you need to do. But my take on this is he was selling the dream of trying to change the HBCU culture and saying it all in his pressers, saying it on some of these podcasts. It's not about the money. It's about changing the culture of this. These top 5 stars, 4 stars need to be coming to these HBCUs and competing. You can get notoriety there. If you can play, you can play. He was selling that. But also, he said, all right, like Orrie said, I need to put these guys' names on the back of the jersey. Why you don't got names on the back of the jersey? We can't even identify you. Family in the stands, we don't even know who you are. So put your names. So he did a lot of good things. He wanted to build a facility for the locker rooms and things like that, which he did. And how he got it done quicker was using his check. So, all right, how can I get this done quicker? You know, HBCUs, that's just it. We take a long time to get things done.
That money, yeah.
But, you know, sometimes it's challenging to get money and funding. That's what most HBCUs dealing with now. I mean, A&T dealing with, we got enrollment skyrocketing. We got 42% out of state, and they finding us $2 million because we supposed to have 35% out of state, and then we got 42 people want to come to the school. But North Carolina, the board want to fine us because more students want to come to our school. Wouldn't you want more students to come to your North Carolina school? I mean, come on, you bring
they might eventually end up staying in the state, and
it's not like we're not hitting our target for in-state. We still hitting our targets.
Right.
You saw what happened with Tennessee State, with the politicians calling out, well, Chattanooga's not getting on the minorities because they're going to TSU, and this and that happened. Then the president's like, well, what am I supposed to do about that? People want to come to our school. Is that a problem?
Right.
So you hearing it in the board, and we already underfunded by $2 million. I had a picture or a graphic that I was supposed to put in here, but I'll put it up later. But you can see all the schools that's underfunded. But he did go out his way to, you know, put his check in there.
You're gonna see the same effect that y'all saying for A&T in this manner. It's gonna happen to JSU now. I'm telling y'all. Like, you got to look at all the different the notable people that go here. Like J.R. Smith right now is putting A&T on it. You know what I'm saying? It's the movie Drumline was based on A&T, you know? And now JSU is getting their moment of a high-profile person coming there to coach, and it's gonna have the same effect. It's gonna be nothing but good. It's good for
but go ahead.
That was for the culture of HBCUs.
Right.
Dion was using the culture for the benefit.
But he created a moment. You know what I'm saying?
His moment.
I think people don't realize is that SWAC already had they already had a nice attendance. You know, of course he brought the attendance rate up and everything, but they were already like number one. All majority of SWACs, even Jackson State was like number one in attendance, and then you had like Grambling, Southern, you know, because it ain't much to do down there. They, you know, in Mississippi, Alabama, Arkansas, so you gonna support.
They love college football.
But now all them fake Gilly the kid, all them, they not gonna be at Jackson State no more. They're going to Colorado. So now you
think they're going to the games now?
Right. They all that money that the money that they got from other people, like from these new Jackson State, Jackson State fans.
But listen, y'all gotta understand again my point. Yo, we're not talking about a guy that made a Pro Bowl or two. We might be talking about the best player at his position of all time. This dude is who's not to say Gilly the kid don't think Deion Sanders is his favorite player. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to understand that this ain't just some regular football player that got a job. That dude is a legendary football player in himself.
What has he done for the HBC? What has he done in his 3 little years? What did he do for now? Not for Jackson. For Jackson State, he definitely.
I get what you're saying. That's why I say I do somewhat agree with you.
That's of the magnitude of
right
HBCUs.
Yeah.
What awareness did he really put on in 3 years? On okay, these schools are underfunded. These schools need better facilities. They need this. They need that. Or nothing. He didn't go up and fight for us like he said he was going to do or what he claimed he was going to do. He just won games, which he said he was going to. Did say he was going to win games. He didn't win games. But the way he came in, God called me collect, and I had to accept the charges.
What's his number? Let me call God. Let me call him.
Come on, dog. And I get it, but that's just like saying it ain't no different than a politician in them power flight and HBCUs. I get it, saying he ain't do nothing than what a regular coach do, but coaches don't. I don't think many coaches do that in HBCUs. They, you look these black parents in their eyes and you tell them, "We gonna look after your boys. We got them, or we gonna do whatever." But I don't. You don't do that. I don't know. You just don't necessarily do that. What Deion did,
I guarantee
in our culture, man. He basically sold. He lied to his own people.
I don't know. I don't think he lied.
Yeah,
he definitely lied.
Why
you
say
that? Ain't no other coach telling.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't think he lied. But can I ask y'all a question? Because I was even talking about this with my wife. How do we know that it's over, that he's not going to do anything? Like, I think we're like jumping the cart. You know what I mean? Like, he has a game coming up this weekend. There will be a press conference. How do we know that the job is finished? I get it. He won't be there as a coach, but who's to say that it thinks? And okay, well, Derrick. Yeah, Derrick. Well, obviously on this panel, you better ask what the brothers want to know. But what I'm saying is, how do we know? We're assuming that he won't do anything. We don't know that. That's not a fact yet. Right? Am I lying? Is it a fact yet?
Well,
what can he do?
Reported that he might send some of his salary back to Jackson State to help out. It's allegedly reported. It's not confirmed, but it's allegedly reported.
I guarantee
the only thing he probably did was say, "All right, TC, I want him to be the successor of me," and that's the one thing that Jackson State gave him the head coaching job this week.
Yeah, as they should have. No, y'all agree with that?
I mean, that happened at Antee. Broadway had an undefeated season, went to the Celebration Bowl, won the game, and they gave the defensive coordinator the head coaching job, and then he went back the next year and won it.
Good play, guy.
But that's a different story now.
I guarantee you, Colorado gonna play Jackson State at some point in time.
Well, why would they do that? But he didn't want to play no FBS schools because he said that we're not on that same label. We don't have the players like they do. The difference is the O-line, D-line. Why would he do that?
Because he didn't have his scrutiny, and now he does.
But why
he ain't gonna have time to be worrying about no HBCU?
Why would he want?
If he does do that,
if he didn't want, when he was coaching Jackson State, he didn't want to do it, but now he want to play the school. So get this $300,000 check.
I mean,
he told us it wasn't about the check. He told us it wasn't about the check.
On the I Am Athlete. thing. He did say that.
He said it was about the check playing these games. We not competing against these teams. We can't compete against these teams because the O-line, D-line, that's where you mess up at. Once we get those guys, maybe we consider it. Then you talk going back and forth with Nick Saban about getting these recruits and all this stuff. Why are you fighting with them? And the next thing you know, you're going to Colorado. Come on.
It don't add up.
What did you want to do? Did you want to stay here and be for the black community and obviously take Jackson State to another level, which he did? But you talking about speaking for all HBCUs. He wasn't just speaking for Jackson State most of the time. He's speaking for HBCUs in most of those press conferences. We should have a joint conference.
That's where he messed up.
That's where he messed up.
If he would have just shut his mouth, coach up Jackson State and left, I wouldn't have a problem with it. It's the fact that he came in preaching all this HBCU,
preaching the gospel,
and he acted like he he put us on. And it's just like, if as a black person, if you didn't know about HBCUs before Deion Sanders, that's a shame. Like, that's a shame on you. You know what I'm saying? But and that's the thing. People coming up saying, "Oh, he put HBC. He didn't put us on." Don't know. If you didn't know about HBCUs before Deion Sanders, that's your problem. That's your mistake. But no, Deion put Jackson State on. He ain't put HBCUs on, and that's why I just don't like all this Deion. It's the narcissism for me, man. It's all that. It's the politician vibes, man.
And as we speak, Amazon is unveiling the first look at Coach Prime, the docu-series. It's just coming out right now.
It was all about him at the end of the day. You know,
he got his own media team. He's flying private. He's doing all this other stuff.
Something he's been doing since the day he.
Come on.
Right. Like, come on.
I get it, but he come on and it's just like, oh yeah, it's just I don't know. He playing
too. Deion say it ain't about the money, guys. Because I got a bunch of money.
That's right.
That's why it probably really is.
That's why he back in coaching. You really think he made that much money back in the day? No, he didn't make that much money back then.
I know
what, in the NFL?
Yes.
He got his money from
he didn't make that much money. Go look at it.
That's the only money stream that Deion Sanders has.
No, I didn't say it was.
Commercials. The reality show. Oh, that's where the money come from. Oh,
this is a Hall of Fame player right here.
It is.
Hall of Fame don't get you checked, but Scottie Pippen is a Hall of Famer, and he was struggling. He signed that 7 back in. The money was different back then than it is now.
You think Scottie Pippen struggling today?
That was Jerry Krause, though. That was Jerry Krause. He knew how to play the young boy.
That's true.
I mean, he probably ain't struggling in Chicago.
He ain't struggling.
Get a free meal, but I mean, we don't know he's struggling. We don't know what he's going through.
Yeah.
So
all I gotta say is, Deion made a promise, and promises made to be broken. That's all I gotta say.
He broke it.
What you gotta say, Orrie?
So let me ask y'all this: is he better off? Like, what his 3-year history, is it better or worse? I mean, like, will we even be talking about? Will we even be talking about? And of course, I know the history. We all know the history of HBCUs in football. I mean, hell, Coach Eddie Robinson back in the day, Grambling and Southern always on TV on NBC and whatnot. I mean, hell, we need to be talking about Byron Allen, who's had a bunch of games he bought on the CW all year. There was HBCU games, football games all year on TV. It was at least 2 games.
Jake Gaither,
you know what I'm saying?
Florida A&M. You got Bill Hayes.
I look at it as a collective. So I look at Deion as a collective of all that. You know what I mean? I don't want to single him out. And I think sometimes I'm gonna go a little deeper. I think sometimes in our community.
What you mean collective of all of what?
Collective of people that did something for HBCUs. I think his existence of the 3 years is better and not worse.
No,
in my opinion.
You can't put him on the Eddie Robinson level. Let's not do that.
No. I would never. No. Saying that the fact that you get a Hall of Famer like my man Harper's talking about, one of the greatest players ever to walk on a field to coach at Jackson State is a hell of. I don't see no Joe Montana types because he's in that level. I don't see no Tom Brady types.
Michael Jordan.
No,
that's
huge.
I was thinking that same thing there. Michael Jordan,
GM, but he ain't
arguably the greatest player ever.
No. I'm talking about coaching at HBCU specifically. I'm saying none of those type players will ever. I think you'll ever see that.
But has he won a title?
No. But I'm saying just as taking a job. Tell me how many great players. We're talking about top elite. We're talking about.
What's it gonna take?
The point that Orrie making is
what other job is he was gonna take?
Hold on, listen. The point he making is Deion is one of them type of people where like if somebody like Deion Sanders just walked in here. Where?
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? That's
You
the
would do
kind
it
of
with Terry Rozier, so it don't matter.
But Deion, it's the fact that he saw that was a perfect opportunity for him and a perfect setting.
That was the only opportunity.
Exactly, in a perfect setting where 3 months after George Floyd died, and the world is up, the whole country is up in arms. Oh yeah, this HBCU need me. Let me go jump on this HBCU thing, and let me they want me, and then I can use that platform to as a stepping stone. That's what he did. Now let's keep it real. That's what he did. That's the only reason is he saw they were the only school that wanted him, and then he could use that HBCU Black Lives Matter, as a stepping stone. That's what it was. It all makes sense. It was all perfect time. It was no coincidence. He even said it. It was no coincidence.
The degree he got from an HBCU for him to coach.
Oh, he did get it, and he did get a degree he had to because they were the only ones that were gonna give it to him.
He had to get
and then he do us like this. Come on, man.
Come on.
Hey.
We was in those classes day in and day out. How many classes did he take?
Man, I just don't like the pandering to the HBCUs. Like I don't like that, man. I don't like how he did us, man. Like I just don't like it, dog. It's pandering to me. I called it out soon as I seen him talking about I want to go coach at the HBCU. I'm like, for what? You ain't even want to go to an HBCU. Why you want to come coach here? Leave us alone, bro. You don't even want your sons to come here.
Jimmy, where you think we go from here? Where you think JSU go from here?
It's like, man, it take a village to raise a child, so it's gonna take alumni and all type of government officials to really put HBCUs where they need to be at. So I ain't really gonna put it all on Deion. I'm gonna, give him a salute for doing what he did. Even if it ain't much. He put a spotlight on a school that didn't have any spotlight at all. From what I recall, maybe the stuff in the past, but
for sure,
I respect him for what he did.
That's a good point when you talk about alumni, because one, when you think about the 21st century and what we do now, we on our phones every day. We talking in group chats and things like that. But some of those people that's in like the board of trustees, people that's kind of making decisions for these schools, they don't really get how to engage with the students, the people, and kind of do things to kind of help people get back. I mean, when you got like these popular schools, Howard, Hampton, A&T, FAMU, most of your alumni pretty much give it back. But what are you doing for those schools that really, really need help? And that's the only thing pretty much in that city. But some of these people that's in like the board of trustees and things like that, or the alumni association, how are they reaching the next generation and keeping this, school going, keeping the history going, keeping everything afloat? Now, most of these schools has rich history, but what are they doing to actually help us move towards the 21st century? And that's where I think a lot of the schools sometimes miss. I mean, A&T just lost their coach. Rumored that he parted ways with the school. What was the press conference? We ain't had a press conference yet. We ain't seen a post. We ain't seen nothing. Like, what are y'all doing to engage the people? Is this true or is it not?
Right.
Let us know what's going on. So it's a lot of misinformation, and we know what it is. They don't want to pay. They want to get it for the low and things like that. But if we want to compete and do the other stuff that you see at some of these other schools, we have to give these people that's qualified, that's coming through your programs, opportunities and pay them. And that's, I think, the big difference is we wanted to look glamorous, but don't want to do the legwork and the logistic work to get it done.
Right.
Yeah.
So do y'all feel in Deion's 3 years, just let go of the Deion and all of this? This guy got a coaching job. In the 3 years he was there, do you feel like he deserved to get a next level job? maybe not the job he got, but let's say, did he deserve to get a raise? I guess you could say.
Oh, I mean, yeah,
Raise, I don't know about a $5 million.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to see him what he do at Colorado now. I mean, he's gonna have to actually do some real coaching, not no motivating, because he play, he's gonna have to, to me, Dion to me ain't he's a motivator. He's one of them type of coaches. He motivates you. He gets you ready to go.
He been
Like you ready to run through a brick wall for him. So I'm anxious to see how he does when he actually has to coach and to game plan and to recruit and compete, and he has to compete in recruiting versus where HBCUs at Jackson State, I'm gonna go play for Dion. If I got to choose where I'm gonna go. HBC,
that's what I'm saying again.
Now
he got that. He still has. I'm gonna go play for Dion.
Well, he got that, and he got boosters, but he also got people. He got the money to back him now, but he also got competition. Whereas you competing with guys like Nick Saban, who got a name, who's a Hall of Fame coach, who knows what he's doing, and who also got them boosters that's gonna back him with the money too. It's like the playing field is kind of evened out for Dion in a sense where it ain't your name don't mean that much.
His name does, but means this
to us it do because when recruiting in the college level, his name but it ain't gonna mean no much than what Nick Saban in Alabama come knocking at your door, or Georgia come Kirby Smart in Georgia.
You know why? Because Colorado act like they ain't got the money to pay him.
They said they don't. They said they gonna get it from somewhere, but they got boosters. They gonna get the money. They not worried about that. But they got the.
So Harper, you deserve.
Come on, man.
So Harper, do you deserve? He needed a job on another level.
Yeah, just because of what me said, it's a wild card. Y'all don't know what's gonna happen now.
But why wouldn't you give Sepp Cassell that same thing when Celtics needed the job? You say he ain't got no coaching experience and things like that. Why wouldn't you do that?
Because now Dion, he kind of does. He ain't even no kind of. He does have coaching experience.
But against who?
It's on a smaller level. Yeah, I understand that. But at the same time, like me saying, he's a great motivator.
If this was Rod Broadway, Colorado wouldn't even give Rod Broadway probably a call. But I think it's just because it's Deion Sanders' name. He ain't done nothing really. He had 2 good seasons.
And you know why? You know why it's his name? Because Colorado posted ticket sales going up 30 to 40%.
That's all they want.
You got season ticket sales going up. You got everything that's rising for the school, and it's just like, all right, Dion came to my restaurant and ate food like he was doing today. He came and ate here, and now he's talking about I'm doing a review of this and that. Yeah. He know what he's doing.
Excellent marketer.
Y'all hating a little bit.
No. Excellent marketer. I don't hate him. I'm just calling it how it is. I just call it how I see it.
But I'm saying if you're going to give him that opportunity because of his name, and you got other people that's been assistant coaches on high levels and things like that, and they can't get opportunities or they ain't never had a head coaching job, why?
Okay, what's the difference between Jeff Saturday and the Colts and Dion? I guess Dion got a little coach.
Did he not?
Saturday was a high school coach, so it
that's
didn't really matter.
I was just thinking about that.
The assistant coach that is now a head coach at JSU.
But hold on now. But look at it from a macro perspective. How many times are we afforded that opportunity? How many times are we afforded the Jeff Saturday opportunities? So Dion getting this good. At least we change it. Well, hopefully we changing the game. But yeah, here's a man with 3 years of college at FEC now getting a major job where some coaches have worked 15, 20 years just to move up to that level. No, we're skipping past.
But that ain't even fair to them, though. That's not fair to the ones that do have to wait.
Right, it hasn't been fair, but at least it's like, okay, well, at least we get to be unfair. You know what I mean? Right. And you know what I mean?
I don't think it's unfair, Orrie.
No, I agree with you. I don't think it's unfair either. But I'm like, okay, well, all is fair in college football, NFL, and everything else.
It's like the VIP. It's like the cup at the club.
The only unfair part about it is we not even getting calls.
Yeah,
that's the unfair part about it. Now I'll send you the data shows that we getting calls and we interview X, Y, and Z. You probably only doing it because you got to meet some kind of agenda. But most of the time, we weren't even getting calls. So that's the unfair part about it.
Right.
Now, him doing that, and I think he might have spoke to it about him making awareness of some of the spaces that and opportunities we don't get, which is good. I mean, I don't know if he want to use that for his one of his quotes, and then he gonna change his mind and go somewhere else. But who knows? But I guess it's a good opportunity for us to be in those spaces, and let's see what happens. But like to Harper, to your point, he wasn't playing the level of competition for us to see can he really coach a game, because it's HBCU football. I mean, it ain't some FBS school that you playing, not even a Kent State, not even
North
North
Dakota
Dakota
State.
State, you know, schools like that. That's really gonna test you of how good you are. I mean, obviously, you got other programs that's planning and switching to different conferences, and now you gotta compete on a different level. But he wouldn't even do that because he wasn't trying to play schools to get money, and he probably didn't want to get embarrassed. That's the
He didn't
pretty
want to
much thing
embarrass.
about
He
it.
didn't want to get embarrassed. That's the reason. Dion ain't want his
What's wrong with
name.
that?
But see, no.
There's
See,
a lot of
but
teams
you
that don't
but-
play teams that they could play.
but
That
because
don't show
they
you
don't
don't you
qualified.
want your kids? Don't you want your kids to play the best talent to see how they compete against NFL quality talent? You know, like or
Do
you know,
do you
no,
really
you
want
don't.
that?
Yes, most coaches would want to put their kids up against to see how they fare against higher up talent versus
I
no
don't know.
Dion don't. Dion just don't
They
want to
can
get
feel
his
that- they can
name
feel that
embarrassed.
thing for the rest of their life.
And it's not even
you
that.
get a
It's
check. You get a check.
and it's like teams playing Carolina and Duke in basketball for notoriety. You on TV, you getting a check, and now all right, my best player might have 25. Now, let's check into this guy and see what he
Right.
might
But
do.
hold on.
It's all other factors into it.
To be fair, we don't even know how much Dion really could have affected that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, maybe he could have made it happen.
But him losing?
No, we don't know if that was necessarily his call or not. Like you're saying, y'all saying it's a little unfair.
Dion control everything about Jackson State football.
Man,
dog.
who you telling?
But at the same time, okay, he can't stay at he could stay at a Jackson State, but you got to think again. He is Deion Sanders. Yes, the kids might not know exactly who Dion is, but they daddy do, they uncle do, they older brother definitely does.
Right.
And they gonna encourage. It ain't nothing to pull up a highlight tape on YouTube. He got 1,000 of them. You know what I'm saying? So like, people gonna gravitate to a guy like that, regardless of how good they are at this sport. Because even the best of the best going to Alabama's ain't Dion. So it ain't like he don't have. Like, you got to look at it like he could be the most amazing secondary coach in college football.
He's a head coach, though. He a head coach.
Listen, along with being a head coach, but he gonna have assistants like my man down there. He already done hired a bunch of guys from other schools, some guys from the NFL. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he ain't. Come on now, it ain't like he ain't gonna have nobody out there with him. And he's a great motivator. He is a great at motivating, and that's
is definitely
half the battle. Half the battle, especially when the talent is on this level now. If I can get you to commit to the guy beside you, that's more important than how good you are at this stage, because they all.
But you facing the same equal or better talent. Like it's like at Jackson, he had the best talent. HBCU, the best talent that will come to HBCU.
Talent, especially
he gonna have them leftovers. That's them guys that say I can't play. I'm not playing. I'm second, third string running back. I was a 5-star in high school, but I can't compete. I don't want to compete with the guys is better, so I'm gonna go play for Dion.
Hey, look, that could be Maurice Claret. That could be Josh Gordon. That could be.
It could, but who knows?
I can keep going.
Maybe in another couple years we might see that.
Carter.
But it ain't gonna beat him if they 185, 155. The players he getting. You better put some bones on them, people. This is a different kind of speed. This is a different kind of ball game.
Look, but y'all, come on. This next level now, y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's
next level. So you think somebody 155 at running back gonna be good for Colorado?
Who you talking about?
The recruit they just got. That running back, the 4-star.
Not necessarily. I mean, that ain't the only. I mean, man, just see what he has at the end.
Give him an opportunity. Come on.
One player.
Come on. He deserved
He
it.
might not even play. We don't know.
Got some haters, man.
I'm just interested to. It ain't hate. Hey, hey.
Hold on. Don't forget this one part when he talked to Jackson State after the game. First of all, you just won the SWAC. We ain't seen no celebrating. We had a conference of you leaving us. I just won the SWAC. Now I got to sit in here and hear your speech for 3 minutes about you leaving and how I should enter the protocol because you want me to play in a Celebration Bowl. But then he flies out to Colorado, didn't do a media presser, and say, hey, I got some dogs coming here, so y'all need to hit the portal.
Deion a wild boy, man. Like, wild boy.
Tomatoes or potatoes? Which one? But we'll see. I mean, he was 26-5 in his time at the SWAC. Won the SWAC 2 times. I went to the Celebration Bowl and got killed by the Hall of Famer Buddy, head coach for South Carolina State. But he plays a good Central team this year, Coach Oliver and the boys this weekend. So we're gonna see what happens. Has he been in? Has he been at practice? I mean, he's been in Colorado doing it up. Is he ever gonna show up? Or he letting the new coach do whatever?
Letting TC run the show.
He's just gonna show up with all the celebrities.
Like, play my theme music.
Let
me stop messing with Prime, man.
Early prediction, man. Deion gonna be all right. I think he gonna want to keep going though.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Colorado ain't big enough for Deion.
Florida State gonna be the end all be all at the end of the day.
Unless he want to go to the NFL, we're gonna see.
I don't think he want to go to the league.
He's gonna be standing right there beside Jerry Jones. That's what it's going to be.
No, he's not. Jerry Jones hiring up.
Or he's gonna get to see him on the side.
Jerry Jones ain't hiring no Deion Sanders.
I'm gonna leave it right there.
That ain't in his history, dog.
Hey, look, if don't nobody love being in the publicity, got the spotlight on them more than Deion, it's that man.
I mean, we could talk about the photo, but hey.
You don't want me to talk about that.
Y'all want to get some NBA in or what? I mean, let me know.
We can talk about that Tatum post over Brian in overtime.
I ain't never seen people brag. A 38-year-old man and people brag. He's supposed to do that. Tatum's supposed to do that. He a top 5 player. He's supposed to do that.
LeBron
ain't top 5. No, I've been saying he ain't top 5 no more. He 38. But he's still good to me. You know, he's still a top 10 or right outside of the 10.
He might be 20, top 20.
Yeah, I give him top 20.
There's a lot of guys better than
it ain't 20 guys better than
There's a lot of guys.
It ain't 20 guys better than LeBron James.
LeBron misses a lot of assignments on defense. He don't got no experience.
So we using defense, right? So defense is it's a lot of guys in there with that we gonna have to take out.
I mean, in those crucial moments in the game, y'all lost to the Celtics. You lost to the Celtics. What did you see LeBron doing in those moments?
You act like Tatum was that a game winner that he hit on LeBron or something? I'm confused.
I mean, it was to take it
over time. That tied it with like 30 seconds or something like that.
What about the 3 of Marcus Smart?
I ain't never seen a man get the most, boy. They'll put every boy.
You even admitted to the Marcus Smart play.
What Marcus? Which one?
On that pick and he stayed right there.
That was his fault. I ain't saying that he don't make mistakes. I'm not saying that.
That look just
but
like
he ain't the only one. It looked like what?
Just like the Pacers game.
Oh, that didn't look like the Pacers game. That didn't look like the Pacers game, but it's close.
You really cherry picking plays though, guys.
No. Look. The point is what Derrick's saying with the defense. Like his defense at times, it ain't even passable. Like they kind of like looking for the LeBron matchup now, as opposed to going to the other 4 players. No, some teams now are hunting LeBron because I mean,
like Luka,
38. He's 38 years old now. Brian can't beat Brian every night no more. I think he can still.
Oh no, this is AD's team now. Like it has to be. You can't. LeBron can't do it all by himself no more. You know.
I agree. Well, we've been talking about that, and this was supposed to be the transition. It should have happened.
Should have been happened. Yeah.
Yeah. And Brian is now like, he can't be the number one no more. You're right. He can't.
No,
and I think he understands that, and I think AD finally is trying to understand that, but his body ain't gonna hold up, man. That dude ain't played 60 games in, I mean, how many years?
I got the Lakers. They gonna finish top 16. We 2 pieces away. I'm telling you.
How you gonna get those
big in the shooter? 2 pieces away.
2 pieces?
You trade none. You trade. Hey, keep Russ though. I like Russ this year. He actually playing good off the bench.
You can't keep Russ.
You can't keep him. You get rid of them 2 first-round picks. You put none on one, you put Bev on the other, and you send them packing. You don't need like no superstar. You just need a shooter.
Buddy Hield and Turner is who you saying.
I mean, man, you can either go get Kyle Kuzma and some big Kyle Kuzma.
Kyle Kuzma back the one you traded.
Hey, I didn't trade him. That's what Rob Pelinka did. But he's playing well. I mean, he's playing well right now. I'll take a shooter.
You really feel Hield or Kuzma? And I guess with Turner, that turned y'all into a contender.
Yeah. The Lakers are a decent team. They're very competitive. They just gotta learn how to close better. Get you some shooters.
No depth at all. What's the little white guy on the team?
Austin Reeves.
I mean, like he plays good moments.
Lonnie Walker's playing good ball. Austin Reeves is playing good ball. Troy Brown Jr. is playing good ball.
You know why we came back in that game?
Because the Lakers go on scoring droughts. They'll go on these scoring sprees and then they'll go on scoring droughts. That's what they do.
Gassed at the end of that game.
Oh, they definitely were gassed. But I take that to the fact that they just came off a road trip. And usually teams come off a road trip. Their first game at home is usually rough. And I was shocked they even got back in it because I thought it was going to be over.
And we didn't have William Gabriel. Like, he takes minutes off AD.
Hey, I've been in the group chat there. I've been saying Gabriel for like a couple last games because he's big off the bench. Gabriel big off the bench, and he's a big man. We lack size.
First of all, William is not a difference maker, so let's not put that out there.
Gabriel isn't. We lack size. We lack size.
That's energy.
Y'all tripping, bro. Y'all don't watch Lakers. Y'all don't watch Lakers game. No,
play Damian Jones.
Gabriel is he's better than Damian Jones.
You just say you lack size. Why wouldn't you go there? You didn't really need no size against the Celtics.
Quality size. No, I'm not talking about the Celtics. No, not the Celtics. The Celtics, I'm talking about just in general, like who we played before the Celtics. We played Embiid. We played we needed another big man.
Lost to the Sixers.
We need, and then who was another the other team we played prior to that? And we needed was the Pistons before that, and then it was some other team. But we need them.
Cleveland. Was it Cleveland?
Cleveland.
Right?
Cleveland. We needed Gabriel for sure in that because they had Mobley and Allen. Like you can't. We need them. We need them bodies.
Well, their front is always tall. The Cleveland front always tall.
If y'all got to pin your hopes on that, that's bad. We talk about the Lakers.
That's why I said we need a big. We need to go get a big.
Well, but mighty have fallen. The mighty have fallen. Good Lord.
Well, if you take what last year versus this year, I'm more happy. I'm impressed. Like I'm actually watching the game. They're competing, and they actually like the Lakers are competing, and they're in the mix. Like you act like they in 12, 13, but they're only like
place is not in the mix.
3 games back from the 6th or 5th spot. They only got to win.
I think 3 games from the Rockets too. Like I mean,
bruh, it's tight. The whole West is tight. Like that's the same thing. We only 2 games behind the Warriors, 2 or 3 games behind the Warriors, 2-3 games behind the Mavericks. Like it's just everybody's just right there. We just gotta hit a little spurt, win a couple games, and hit a little streak, and we'll be 500.
I'll give you that, but I've been saying all season, I don't think the Western Conference is very good at all.
Well, I think
Dallas is worse.
Dallas is terrible.
Golden State, they older. They got rid of 2-3 bench pieces. They definitely missing your boy from the Georgetown kid from last year.
They missing Peyton.
Peyton, yeah. Who else? The Denver. I'm not afraid of Denver. They have Jokic, yes, but Jamal Murray. I ain't seen Jamal Murray be Jamal Murray since COVID started. What's the other kid? Michael.
I tell you one team you better worry about. I'll tell you one team you better worry about in the West. And they look like they are hungry, got swag. It's the Pelicans. Do you see Zion? Yo, they look for real. Now it's young teams don't win championships like that. But they look like, oh, shoot.
They got to chill out on the injuries.
They got
a lot of hurt.
The West wide open, man. The West. So don't act like the Lakers can't finish in the top 6. It's wide open. I know you don't see it, but I see it.
I'm not acting like y'all can't finish in the top 6. That's not my thing. Like, again, if the goal is to completely just to make the playoffs, guys, like, I will hope that 4 top 75 players or whatever y'all got this year.
No, it go to top 75.
I mean, you have 3 active players on the top 75 list. Again, I will
Russell Westbrook shouldn't be in the top 75.
Russell Westbrook is an MVP.
Trade y'all Russ for Marcus Smart right now.
You Lakers, LeBron fans really think that y'all should be able to trade Russell Westbrook for Marcus Smart too.
And that
sound like a good deal to me.
28 and it's all good, right? I don't think the 2 draft picks y'all got ain't as valuable as y'all think they are. They really not. They're not. For a draft in 5 or 6 years, like,
is it the victim, the whatever sweepstakes? Is that the year he coming out? I know it ain't like a top pick. Oh, that's next year. Okay.
Yeah, them picks y'all got. LeBron's son gonna be in the league by then, the younger one.
He might be good. They might want to send that off.
But still, it's a trade. It's a trade asset for that team to use if they want to use that. They get a superstar within in the near future. So I mean,
but my point is, y'all can be outbid easily. Like if somebody really wants what y'all going after, I mean, 2 draft picks and Westbrook's contract, I guess.
Nah, Westbrook stayed now. He got
like
stay.
If somebody were to say, "Look, I want a young prospect," do y'all have one?
Lonnie,
AR,
Austin Reeves,
AR could have got signed in the free agency last.
Well, Lonnie playing his way. He playing his way into a contract because he look good. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't know he would like this.
You know who he don't look better than? Malik Monk, the guy y'all should have kept. You know?
No. I disagree. I disagree. Go ahead, Jimmy.
I just say Lonnie got a higher ceiling than Malik Monk, in my opinion.
And he plays both sides of the ball. He plays defense. Lonnie is a very good defensive player. Malik get blown. I was watching Malik get blown past every game last year, man.
Malik was the 3rd best player on y'all team last year.
Scorer, offense, yeah.
Maybe number 2 at some time.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Maybe a lot of times, as much as your boy.
Who was number 1? LeBron.
But let's move on to the other side of the ball. Let's talk about the first place Boston Celtics. What are we now, Derrick?
The whole NBA, not just the East, in the whole NBA.
We talking about the whole league now.
The best team in the NBA.
22-7.
You know, somebody told me once upon a time on this podcast that you see this big thing, the window was closed.
Ooh.
I've been said y'all window open back up. That was like 2-3 years ago.
Oh, you need some fresh air.
I've been saying the window was open. I was rooting for y'all last year. Y'all just bring up I've been retracted there.
I'll say this. I mean, they're playing at a high level. I told you last year that they are in their primes now. These are 2 of the most explosive guards in the league, probably the best duo. That's debatable for anybody. But Tatum has took on this league role and said, all right, I want to have this MVP season. That's what he's doing. He was averaging 30, probably still averaging 30 at one point. But my thing with him is to do it when the games count most. So when all eyes are on you, that Saturday game against the Warriors, he was supposed to light them up. But I mean, he could have been flashbacks from the finals or whatever. But that's fine. You gotta have
a 6-game road trip.
You gotta have games like that. But they playing together. You got Brogdon having nights. Sometimes you got Cornette stepping up. You got Grant Williams, probably the highest 3-point percentage in his career that he's shooting right now. And you just got everybody playing their role. You picked up Blake Griffin. Never knew what he was going to do. He's playing a big dominant role for this team, rebounding, taking charges, scoring when he needs to. And then Jaylen Brown is just like I said before, top 20 player in this league.
NBA.
Could be going up to top 15. And he's just playing with so much tenacity for this team. And it's just going it's just going wild. And for us to just be blown out team, you saw what they did to the Suns. What they beat the Brooklyn by double digits. And they struggled against the Bulls and some other teams. But this team is playing together. And even though we lost our coach to all that scandal what he had going on, we still back in it. And we still the number one team in the NBA. It ain't the Sixers, it ain't the Lakers, it ain't the Bucks, it ain't the Clippers, it ain't all them teams you said that was gonna do this and do that. It ain't Atlanta, it ain't the Knicks. It's the Boston Celtics, the team that has 17 of them things hanging up, trying to get banner 18. All right,
we won all the ours in Boston.
Oh, okay.
Well, let me ask y'all this. I mean, everything you say is real. Like the Celtics are, admittedly, so right now the best team in the NBA. But what's going to happen? I mean, the regular season don't really matter. What's going to happen when the playoffs start? Your ball handling. I don't like your guard situation. I think when it comes down to it, the same thing is going to happen. You guys turn the ball over. I think you need a point guard. I mean, I think you need a real point. If you guys get a real point guard, it's a wrap. But as long as y'all don't, and you got Marcus bringing the ball up, and then Tatum sometimes got to bring, or Jaylen Brown got to bring it up, I don't like that. I don't like y'all chances. So, in my opinion, just listen to me. Listen to what I said. I don't know what date this is. Mark this on. Record this, Derrick. Record your boy saying this. If y'all don't get a ball handler, I think you're in trouble in the playoffs. You guys agree or disagree with that statement?
Disagree. You know why?
Disagree.
We got Brogdon for that.
There you go.
That's why we brought him in.
Brogdon.
You got Derrick White for that.
Derrick White.
Derrick White. I'll give you Brogdon, but Derrick White.
And we still got our starting point guard, Marcus Smart.
No, he's not a point guard. I don't care what you say. He ain't no point guard.
You said that last year, but we went to the finals with him.
But that was my point.
Judges Derrick White on now is that 2-3 games in the finals where he choked. He did. He choked in the finals. Tatum did too. I mean, Derrick White this year, he's top 10 3-point percentage. Right now, he's one of the best on-ball defenders in the league. And then, like you said, with Malcolm Brogdon, you'll see a lot in the second half of the season. He's going to play a lot more. I think he's going to probably maybe not match Smart's minutes, but at the one spot, he's going to match Smart's minutes. Y'all got to look. Brogdon is an all-star caliber player. He just gets hurt every season, kind of like somebody that played for the Lakers. So if you cut his minutes back, his time back, he was going to be a lot fresher. We're not playing for this regular season stuff. I'm telling you, we're not showing all the tricks that we have yet. We don't even have our starting five. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like they're showing everything they can do. But I do agree. If Marcus Smart has to run the majority of the show again, it'll end a lot like it did last year. But again, that's why we traded everything we traded for Brogdon.
Y'all ain't trading nothing. Like, y'all got that boy for free.
We traded more than what y'all talking about for All-Star, 2 All-Stars.
Man, get out of here, bro.
We traded 5 pieces.
We traded a draft pick next
picks.
year. Like, an actual draft that we can talk about. We traded a pick in that draft. We traded Daniel Tice, who would probably be the starting center on y'all team today.
He wouldn't. No, he wouldn't.
And we traded off lottery picks.
Let's move AD to the 4.
No, bro.
And y'all gonna trade who? 2 draft picks in 27 and 29. And
those are quality assets.
We don't even know who. Look, the kids in high school now that's gonna be in those drafts.
Being a lockout in 27.
Hey, you watch YouTube, like you might say it might be a crazy sensation in high school.
Oh, God. Y'all selling highlight tapes of 11-year-olds?
Y'all boys enjoy y'all little run right now. We gonna see who by the end of the year.
You ain't gonna have no run.
Y'all forgot.
Y'all ain't gonna handle it.
What happened last year? Y'all weren't talking like this around this time last year, and then what happened? So don't act like another team can't do the same thing y'all did. Come on.
We were talking about what we didn't do and what we was lacking of. Yes, we was talking about that, but we don't have to talk about that. Are we gonna live in yesterday or today?
Y'all just riding that. Y'all keep riding that high horse right now, bragging like y'all done did something. Y'all look good. Y'all playing good, but don't get it twisted.
We did go 6 games in the finals. Like
that script can flip.
Y'all lost.
Some you LeBron fans know a lot about losing in the fight. Hey, look, that's like winning the championship to y'all. So
exactly. I mean, the man averaged 40, 10, and 9. I mean, what more did he need to do?
It wasn't his fault. That's all I got to say.
There it is. It ain't his fault.
That's all I say. It wasn't his fault. The only one was 2011. But that ain't got. That's y'all that's saying that about the finals.
That's facts.
LeBron fans don't be we talk about our wins, dog.
Y'all know y'all won 1 game in 2 finals.
Yeah, that last Heat finals. Come on, man. That was on LeBron too.
You won 1 game in 2 finals.
Go look up. D-Wade Bosh was averaging like 13 and 14 in the finals.
He was in his prime. These.
Y'all
tell me this guy the best player ever.
So he's supposed to do it all by himself.
He wasn't doing. He got Dwayne. So Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh didn't play.
Bro, did you see?
They
played, but they didn't do much. Bosh was like 11 points, averaged like 11 points that year, man, in the finals, 2014. Wade, what, 13? Oh, now he balling. The boy, y'all got it.
We're calling that man Bosh Spice, man. Y'all not gonna sit here and put him on the whole pedestal, bro.
Ain't Bosh a Hall of Famer?
He should be though. They put him in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Jimmy, what you think about the Celtics? I know you got a lot to say, but do you think they're the best team in the league?
No, he don't.
Who? Me?
You.
Nah, man, I put y'all up there. I mean, I just don't think the gap is that crazy as y'all talking about. Like, there's no competition. Y'all were 2 free throws from losing to the sorry but Lakers. I don't want to cuss.
He missed free throws.
He missed the free throws, but
he missed a lot of free throws this week.
That wasn't a foul. Remember that.
That was been a crazy upset. And then y'all lost to the Warriors last year. And Curry is shooting from half court. He's doing circus shots, monkeying around. That was an easy dub with him. I told y'all, hey, y'all just wait.
It looked a whole lot like the last 4 or 5 finals I seen.
Yeah, well, look. And then I told y'all it's not over yet.
You know he did the same thing against y'all.
Right, that's my point.
And where? What finals?
Which one?
Pick one.
He won't shoot no half court shots, so that's in no finals. Don't do that.
Pick one.
Hey, look. So I guess Steph Curry averaged 11 points in the finals too.
He won't do it this to us, dog. Come on, bro.
Oh yeah, bro. He put y'all to sleep. He put y'all boys to sleep. And look, I told y'all when y'all went to the LA to face the Clippers, it was gonna get ugly then. And Kawhi,
you said not the Lakers?
Kawhi went 10 and 12 on y'all boys on that.
We played 2 games in LA. What happened?
You want to talk about the other side of the curtain?
Y'all, that's funny.
We played 2 games there.
We clearly need trades, and y'all almost lost to us.
Are y'all 500?
Y'all barely.
Are y'all 500 yet?
Dang, that's crazy how y'all do when
Are y'all 500 yet?
Talk to me.
We getting there. Y'all boys were acting like this last year around this time.
Listen, y'all only won that championship because you had AD had 4 months of recovery in the middle of the season.
Months the hell too.
Everybody had the same amount of time, bro.
You're right. Everybody got the same amount of time now. Why he can't complete a season? He can't.
He what?
He can't. I'm just being honest. Look, he got to play. He probably going to play average more minutes a game, probably rivaling when he first came in the league this year. I'm not wishing, like I said, I don't wish no injury on my man, but this is sports, bro. This is how it happens.
Man, we don't want to hear all this doom and gloom.
My boy, AD playing high level basketball right now. No, you talking about him getting injured.
He's sneezing on the court. Missed 2-3 games, man.
He can't stun on his talent, so he got to pray for an injury.
I won't stun on the man talent. One of the most talented players in the league. I'll say that right now. One of the most talented players in the league, and y'all in 12th place right now.
All he had to do is make one free throw, though.
3 top 75 all time.
One free throw.
3.
Probably right. How many free throws? Didn't he miss a free throw for y'all to lose against the Sixers?
Sixers and Austin Reeves did too.
And these are playoff teams we're talking about. When y'all say that we're extra trash, it's like, yo, we're right there.
They're competing. They just it's just it'll get there. Yeah, they'll get there.
What do y'all think the issue is, honestly?
That's it. We need a couple 3-and-D wing shooters.
Well, y'all know today was the first day.
Why you didn't address that in the offseason?
Rob Pelinka, dog. I don't know what's going on, man.
Listen,
that man
I think possibly this weekend we're gonna see some moves because today was the first day that people who signed contracts this last offseason can be traded.
And then I seen something today that said like Jeannie Buss was reluctant to trade Russell Westbrook for Miles Turner and Buddy Hield over
if
the
that's
summer.
the trade, make that happen, man.
She didn't want. I guess she nixed it or she didn't want to or something. I guess
don't make that happen, man.
Miles, I would love to have.
Ain't a good fit on y'all's team. I'm sorry.
He's not, but he's playing good ball right now. But when it comes to closing games and being on the floor and the spacing and how LeBron, like even like when LeBron that pass in overtime, and I seen people like, oh, he passed it to Russ. He shouldn't have passed it to Russ. But everybody was in the paint. Yeah. They gave everybody was in the paint. Y'all coach said, let them shoot the 3, clog the paint up, and that's literally what it was. And Russ had a wide open 3, and I guess they need a shooter. Maybe you do need some shooters to space that floor out a little bit.
You need a lot of shooters.
Listen, I'm glad you said that because if you notice, especially in that overtime, we were just baiting them to get a ball to Westbrook.
Yeah.
Like they were either putting the worst defender on him or backing up. You know how he likes to run ahead and kind of stop or whatever. We had him do that the entire overtime.
Yeah. And it just went cold. I don't know. Maybe you do need to trade Russ.
The Lakers did to the Rockets in the bubble. Do you remember how much y'all knew he was ready to fight out there because of the way they was guarding him because he couldn't do nothing.
Yeah.
It really wasn't supposed to be that situation. It wasn't supposed to go to overtime. No, Celtics didn't put it away.
No, the Lakers were supposed to.
They played around.
They're playing with their foot. Get out of here, Derrick.
They was up 20 twice, and they never put the game away, and they kept chipping and chipping. And I think that was the biggest problem.
Huh?
God.
The Lakers got too much heart, man.
The Lakers locked y'all up for like 9 minutes.
A lot of L's too.
That's the reason y'all choke so many times. Y'all just don't got the heart.
Y'all got a lot of L's, man.
Chill out.
Y'all play hard. Y'all do play hard. You play like a championship team, but you're in 12th place.
Boy, I said, a little winning got y'all boys feeling great.
Boy, this ain't Mees, you gotta understand since January, it's December, mind you. Since January, Derrick, I think we have lost 16 games. This is going back from All-Star break last year to now. Before All-Star break last year to now.
How many championships that's got y'all?
We haven't won any.
Exactly.
We've been, but we haven't won.
Stay humble.
We'll get there.
We humble.
No, y'all not. Chill out, dog.
I'm just giving you facts. Right now, we got the most historic offense of all time. I had to get that out.
Y'all shooting them threes. That white boy be shooting too. Hoosier. Hauser. Yeah, he can shoot. I like him.
Yeah, well, you know. Oh, are we still going on this NBA? Because I wanted to. I'm going. What y'all think?
I got a question.
Oh, go ahead.
Orrie, since we got you, reports came out. Embiid said that the fans want him traded. What's going on with that?
Man, you know how Embiid be. He's just trolling. I mean, of course, there's always going to be some idiots that's always talking about trade him. He saw me a bum. They ain't never. I mean, but that's just him I think it's him saying, all right. Right. I think it's him saying, okay, for all y'all idiots out there that want to trade me, what would life be like without me here in Philadelphia? And we know the answer to that. So that's just him stealing headlines. Probably want to take some headlines away from the Eagles because he dropped 53, and that was the same day the Eagles beat the Giants, and wasn't nobody talking about it. But didn't he already have a 50-point game earlier? He dropped. I mean, like the man is showing the real reason why he's the real MVP and not that boy out of Denver. He's letting y'all know that he is that dude. He doesn't get enough respect, and so I think he's giving it to the fans a little bit. But he'll be all right. He's being a little sensitive. He'll be all right.
I think Embiid is laying the groundwork. If the Sixers don't go to the Eastern Conference Finals minimum this year, I think he gonna ask out. How many years he been there now? 7, 8?
Yeah, it's about time.
And ain't been out the second round. I think he laying the groundwork up. Y'all don't want me here. So when we lose, because they gonna lose, he gonna ask out of there. That might be who saves y'all. That might be who saves y'all Lakers fans.
It's just a matter of a time, right?
That might be who saves y'all.
I'll say this. If we get bounced in the first round or second round, the coach would go before Embiid. Embiid will be the last thing. It'll be Doc Rivers, and they're going to call up Jay Wright. They're going to call up Jay Wright. Or I would give it to Sam Cassell myself. Sam Cassell's hungry.
Why they ain't been called Jay Wright? I don't understand why they ain't been hiring him.
I think they wanted to.
Jay Wright said he ain't want to leave.
But Jay Wright said he ain't want to, you know. So if it ain't going to be Jay Wright, I think that's who Philly would want, the fans. But it really should be Sam Cassell. I think Sam Cassell can get us past that second round if Doc don't do it. So if the Eagles or the Sixers lose.
Or we got a coach y'all can have.
Hey, Ime was in Philly. He was there.
Right. We'll trade you.
I'm sure he got his hot spots there.
Yo, come on.
Ludacris said it best, right? In different area codes. Area codes I got.
Yeah. It ain't certain that the Sixers. I want to see how we are when Maxey come back. I was a little disappointed with the news today that he's going to be out 2 more weeks. But that young man is ready to take it to the next level. Yeah, I ain't calling him. Listen, there's no disrespect. This is not hyperbole. He's a baby possible AI. That's all I'm saying. Wait. I know you're going to double me. I said a baby possible. That's all I'm saying. And I'm only looking at his explosiveness and the way he can score. He already a better 3-point shooter than AI. No. Is he a better 3-point shooter? Seriously, he is.
Wow. He is good.
Yeah. But what I'm saying, he can get to the hole. He's fearless. I said a baby possible. I'm not calling him AI, but a baby possible. Is that can I say that? Is that fair? Or I'm being unfair?
I'll just say he has some attributes that he has. I don't know. Or he got some. He got a style like AI. How about that?
Right, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So I think
maybe AI is calling him. They the same player. Now, if I say, he shoot as good as him,
better. But as Embiid got 3 more solid years, and he's going to decline, and it's going to eventually be Tyrese Maxey's team. So
Orrie told me at work that Maxey will average more than Harden.
I believe that.
I'm starting to believe that now.
And I think he's gonna make the All-Star team. And I think he can make the All-Star team. I'm wrong because he's
too much time, Orrie.
I don't think he's gonna make the All-Star team, which I'll win that bet.
Nah, he ain't gonna make the All-Star this year.
I'll win that bet.
But he might average more than Harden. I could definitely see that.
Yeah.
If you didn't get about the dynamic duo.
They letting me down, man. The Sixers just they can't stay healthy. They just can't stay.
I warned you.
It's like they can't stay healthy. That's the issue, really, is that they just can't when it comes to the playoffs, they can't stay healthy. And then I don't know what's up with James, man. James just declining. He's just declining, man. It just is what it is.
He's a different guy now.
He ain't my guy no more like he used to be, man. He's still my guy, but I just don't see
the best player in the NBA. When healthy.
Whoa, when he was with the Nets, he was, dog. We can't deny that what we was watching. Before that hamstring injury, we can't. I mean,
year and a half.
People decline, bro.
Just a year and a half.
I think Harden's issue, he didn't take care of himself enough early on in his career.
That's what.
It's like Carmelo. Like his decline was quick.
Yeah, it's just like it happened. And I thought it was, coming off the injury, but I mean, he's just declining, bro. And it's just like it's a shock for me because it's happening so fast.
It's about that time. I mean, what's hard? 32, 3?
But this new generation, they kind of like extended. They're extending their, so it's just you see LeBron, you see other guys playing into their longer years. Not even like but you just see them extending their careers, and it's just
we just mentioned, a lot of these guys may live their life like AI. Not to say that AI lives bad or nothing, but his number one priority ain't how fit I am.
Partying, exactly.
We're talking about practice.
Yeah, exactly. And them guys, like I said, big names like Melo. Melo went from a top 3 scorer in the league every year to he can stay on the team for a year.
That's true. Yeah.
Who I think y'all should also sign back because
I agree. I would love to have Melo back. Actually, now I was seeing that yesterday when I was watching the Suns and all the little on social media, and I was like, man, Melo. And they interviewed girl interviewed him from ESPN, and I was watching that, and I was like, man, he could play on the Lakers again.
I'm pretty sure he's still shooting, working out every day.
Oh, he said he was
shooting with his son, so. This should be a good thing. Well, good conversation. I think we wrapping this thing up.
I wanted to ask. Hold on. I got to get y'all's thoughts before we wrap it up.
Oh, Lord.
We're all fans of hip hop, Yeah. It's been a lot of rappers in court last week. Your boy Gunna got released yesterday. Early release for some would call it snitching. Others would say they mean looking out for his best interests. What's y'all thoughts on that? Or do y'all know the details of it at all?
I know the Gunna situation. He in my opinion, it's an indirect. It's to me, it's snitching, but it ain't snitching because he basically pled guilty to. When you plead guilty, you saying, "Oh yeah, this is a criminal organization. I did something," and so now it's like you make. And then he also he had a thing with him and Young Thug. They got caught with guns and drugs. He basically said the gun and the drugs ain't mine. So who else is it? So in my word, it's like you made it harder on Young Thug because it's clear that the prosecution trying to get Young Thug. They want to nail him to the wall. And so now you just made it harder on him because you basically, they can say, oh yeah, well, we got your guys pleading guilty, to this racketeering criminal organization thing. So now it's just like, you the big dog. So you definitely are guilty. If they guilty, why you ain't guilty? And then the other things that come along with it. It's just, it's not, to me, I was always taught, if you innocent and you got money to pay a lawyer, take it to trial or do what you got to do. And because you only got to get one juror to be on your side, and then you good. And I think he kind of, to me, it was a sense that Gunna just was tired of being in jail. And he was just like, I don't want to be here no more. And so, I'm a you signed your freedom away to basically say like the prosecution can, oh yeah, come on, we need some information, come on back in. And if they feel like that information ain't enough, they could probably send them back to jail. So I mean, it to me, of course I'm looking. I ain't the one in the situation right now, but you could say he was looking out for his best interest, but at the end of the day, he messed up, and it's an indirect snitching in a sense, or you don't even have to call it. It's not good in a sense what he did to me.
It's all
when you about that life too, or you claim you about that life.
It's all about he found the out. He was locked up for this big crime or Rico, and he found the out.
Big charges.
And he took the out. And a lot of people, as far as streetwise, will say, you don't do that. You don't agree to something or don't give them too much information. And you take it to trial and have that fair day. And like me said, most people would probably take a trial if you got
if you innocent, if you got money and you feel like you innocent
and you think that. I mean, come on. But
clearly they not innocent, guys.
It's definitely. Oh, we know that, but definitely, it's going to be some talk around the hip hop world, and you're going to have more people talking about it, and it's going to be a topic for what's next in the hip hop world. And is this really, how can I put it? Is this really what hip hop is coming to? Do you get into hip hop to get into the streets and all that other stuff? Because I mean, some people start in the streets and then get into all this other stuff, and then you get I'm a rapper now I get this notoriety, and then now all this other stuff that's happened in your past coming back to you. Or
it used to be you leave the streets, you leave the streets for rap to try to get out of the streets,
or so people still stay in that. Or people still stay in that.
You gotta do.
Space, you know what I mean?
Now they just rapping so that everybody in the street loves.
Now rappers turning in the street. They want to be street, but then it's like you don't know when it come the stuff that come with it. You ain't ready to. You're like, oh shoot, oh dang, I ain't know this was about that. Like I ain't know this come with it, or you knew, but you ain't think it was gonna happen to you.
Correct. Well, I don't know if it's about status or what. I mean, I don't think you.
A lot of people want to be street. Status, that's the thing. They see they want to be street, but they don't know what it take. They don't know what come with it, and they don't. So,
I mean, Jimmy, you are a hip hop guy, producer, artist, and things like that. When you saw this happen yesterday, I mean, what's your initial reaction?
I just thought it was strange, man. Like, I would say he kind of folded, bro. Like, I didn't. What evidence did the people really have against them? That was like cut clear. That was gonna get Gunner, a whole bunch of time. If he was innocent, he should have just stayed quiet. But I really don't know what the situation was.
I can help you out there. So if y'all notice before. What was it? 2 days ago, if y'all noticed, like me said, they hit Young Thug with them that reckless driving, the racing, and the narcotics and the gun in the car.
Yeah.
You notice when Gunner did the little plea deal statement, they specifically asked him about them guns, them drugs in that car, and they like, were you in the car with Jeffrey, what's his name, Williams or something like that? Yeah. Was this, that, and this found in that car? Yeah. Were those items yours? No. So, like Hamid's kind of saying it's indirectly, but like that was all structured. Come on now,
Yeah, they
didn't want to do it like 6ix9ine, where it's like he did it. They did it more in so they're not yours, right? It's like pointing with your elbow. You know what I'm saying? Like. He snitched.
Look at him.
But I look at it like
he folded. That's the best word. He folded. That's
you can say folded, but how much of your life are you willing to give up for something you ain't do? Honestly, how much?
Well, he should have thought about that before he got in the car with the gun and the damn drugs.
Like that's the thing for me, bro.
No. I'm not even talking about the guns and just the guns and the drugs. But they got my man in this case as if he's the underboss to Young Thug. You know what I'm saying? Like, something else that didn't come out today but happened. But the other guy that founded YSL, he took the plea too.
Yeah. Well, people saw that.
So if
they came out the same day.
Right, but they're not talking about it like they talking about Gunna. To me, that's like
because Gunna the artist,
he
the stud.
Yeah, right. He's the Deion Sanders in this. Don't forget that.
Sell out. both selling out.
Oh God,
that's a good
look,
one.
Derrick always got one, boy. But nah,
Harper, you know
how
me.
do y'all feel in this? And see, we go back and forth about this Charleston White thing, and I have to bring this up. Jimmy's here. I don't. The way that Charleston White go about himself, I don't like at all. Like he is like, hey, somebody come kill me, bro. Damn.
He a shock jock.
There you go. But when he first came out, when he first started doing them interviews, he had like an actual real story where he went to jail for a lot of his life for killing somebody that he didn't kill, but he was with some people that did.
Correct.
And he took the rap, and he just feels like I did this because of the culture I was brought up in, the music I was listening to. It made it feel like this is my option. This is what I'm supposed to do. And go ahead.
I'm sorry. I'll finish when you do.
And then you sit in jail for a lot of your life, and by the time he got out of there, I guarantee he don't talk to them people. He don't talk to none of their people. So it's just like, yeah, y'all all right. That's the mentality where it's like, well, you got what you signed up for. I understand that. But even in that moment, if you got a chance to get out of that, all right, let's say he don't take the plea deal. Obviously, he looking at what did they give him? They kind of gave him 5 years.
He was looking at 5. He just it was the racketeering. Just racketeering. Then if he would have took the guns,
just being around it, you made money for something that made money to do something bad. Yeah, I understand that, but like, where does the loyalty end? Y'all feel like he should have just ate them 5?
But see, let me tell you the difference between the Charleston White, when he got and all that, he was probably poor, ain't had no money, so he couldn't afford a quality lawyer to at least give him the best advice as to what to do, or say, oh no, we can take this to trial. They ain't got their evidence, or I can beat this, or or I can sit. He could sit and wait for the trial. Wait, because he got money to pay the lawyer.
It's a little different because he was an accomplice. Like
he was actually, in a sense, I guess,
we trying to rob y'all.
But you can still take it to trial if they ain't got the right evidence. If you got a quality lawyer and you can afford a lawyer, you can take it. Your lawyer could possibly get it thrown out or get you found innocent.
So you feel like this gonna get thrown out next month?
I mean, honestly.
Court, how many witnesses?
Court forever. This gonna be for years. Like Thug gonna be sitting. I mean, they would have been sitting for years, but it's you don't.
They say they got 300 witnesses and statements.
But you gotta at the end of the day, if you feel like
those 300 still gotta cooperate.
Trial, bro. Exactly, because you don't know.
They already
what your lawyers can find. Your lawyers can find stuff that can deem stuff not admissible in court. It's just a lot of things. I felt like Gunna just kind of he folded too fast. Like, I get it, you sitting in jail. Don't get you sitting in jail
7 months,
bruh. What you want? Your freedom? Now he out.
Have Young Thug's money. He might not have Young Thug's money.
Gunna got enough money to afford a lawyer.
See, that's something else too, man. We don't be knowing really how much money these cats got. I know what it looked like. It looks like you have endless money, but they don't.
He pulled up. He got picked up in a Bentley.
Maybach.
You can rent those. Yeah. Please, you can rent that. I mean, y'all laughing, but can you not?
Yeah, you can. No, you're right.
Go rent one.
But I mean, come on, bro.
Derrick, I can literally go rent one.
I know you can.
No, you can. You can for sure.
But the thought, the thing. Yo, they rental services like that. Probably every.
Oh, you can rent a Bentley in Miami. You can rent a Maybach. You can do that in Miami for sure.
Everywhere,
easily. Yeah, really anywhere. But Miami for sure.
That really ain't showing me nothing.
I guess
not in this day.
I mean, if you innocent like you claim you are, bro, you
go to trial.
I'm gonna wait it out and see what happened, because you never know. I mean, I get it. You sitting in jail, it ain't fun, bro. But you now gave up your freedom. You can't even go hang around half the people you probably usually hang around with, because they probably ain't gonna mess with you because they probably think you ratting, or 2, they probably felons or criminals, and that's I'm pretty sure part of his release was that he can't be around criminals, felons, guns. He can't smoke. You can't even live your life. So it's just like you gave up your freedom, in a sense. You gave up your freedom just to get out of jail, in a sense. Your freedom for freedom, in a sense. So it's just like, I don't know. And then they can always call. It ain't like it's over for him. Like, they gonna call you back and ask you to do something. He think he ain't gonna have to get up, or he ain't gonna have to do nothing. He gonna have to do something now.
If he's subpoenaed,
I ain't never heard nobody get their sentence commuted, time served 7 months for racketeering. I said, that's
crazy.
That's wild.
6ix9ine just did it 2 years ago.
But see, 6ix9ine actually
was the same thing.
6ix9ine gave quality information clearly. You know what I'm saying?
Your boy did too.
Who Gunner? Oh, his name's Sergio now.
They even said in the thing, I have seen the YSL members,
but that's
criminal commit felony.
That's so now he's gonna have to tell what they are though, because that's just a general statement. Oh, I seen people, committing crimes.
Young Thug's number one defense in this whole thing is YSL ain't a game; it's a record label. Yeah. They clearly had my.
Oh no, he admitted. Now, that's gonna make it hard. Yeah, you're right. No, you definitely.
Again,
right.
This your underboss. You know what I'm saying? This is your guy, basically your right hand, especially with the making of the money for this group. And he's saying that it's a game.
That's a good point.
Your boy needs to take that plea deal. I don't know what his gonna be. But
oh no, Thug going 12 years.
Yeah, I say
12 years. Yeah. Oh no, they going after him. That's who they want. They want him. That's why they making all these other guys turn on him, so that they can pin everything on him and get him the most time. Just like kind of like how Boosie was in a sense,
Or you got a 2 cents?
Honestly, I've been following the other Joan more than this one. Sorry,
the Tory Lane.
Yeah,
I ain't really following.
That's crazy, man. So I don't have much to say about the other, but the Tory Joan, man, that's
did
wild.
Tory do it, Orrie?
Yeah, I think
I think he did.
I don't know. Everybody.
I think homegirl shot. Listen, I think
the friend, the other.
So listen, if they ain't really said this, but Tory wasn't dating Megan. Tory was dating the friend.
But Tory still had some kind of relationship with Meg after the girl left the area.
Right. So, and from what she stated,
he had a relationship with somewhat both.
Megan has done this to her on more than one occasion. She said Ben Simmons, and she named the baby that she was dating, and then Megan backdoored her. So, from what I gathered, they said Tory was flirting with the Kardashian at her party.
Mm-hmm.
Meg got mad, made everybody leave. They get in the car. I guess it comes out that Meg is mad, and then the friend got something to say about her being mad about something that you do. You know what I'm saying? So it got mad to the point they said it's a witness in this. Some man that lives, I guess, near where this party was at was either sitting outside or outside his house. They stopped their car in front of his house. Meg gets out the car, jumps on homegirl, whoops her ass. They all get them back in the car because I think it was a security guard in the car.
All allegedly.
Allegedly. Well, they in court now telling this so. They get back in the car. The friend is so mad, she pulls a gun out, tries to shoot Meg. Tory tries to stop her from shooting Meg, and that's why it like, come on now, you in a car.
Well, the first time they left, Tory wasn't there. They left, and then it's like, oh, I left something. I need to go back. And then that's when they went back and tried to get Tory from the party. So, and then she was like, that girl said, we got to get the guy out of here. That's what, I don't know, I guess college or whatever.
But what about the payoff? Well, I thought he was trying to pay her. When he trying to give her some loot, not say nothing?
The thing says that the girl texts the manager and said 3 times, Tory just shot Meg. Tory just shot Meg. Tory just shot Meg. Now in court, she's trying to say, no, I didn't send that. I don't remember. So she's kind of contradicting a lot of stuff she said in this statement, which the jury cannot use as evidence. That did come out. So
she got full pardon from this.
Some of the stuff, well, some of it, they were saying she get immunity.
Oh, that's why because she lied. So yeah, okay.
Yeah, so they were saying some stuff, but there's like you can't not answer the stuff. You got to still answer. So there's a lot of stuff that's happening between what her statement was then and what she's saying now. But it's gonna. I don't know how long it's gonna take, but it should take another week or a week and a half to see what happens.
Them trials be lasting forever.
Yeah, depending on how many people they're gonna call up to the stand. I don't know if Tori gonna get to the stand. I don't know if Meg gonna get to the stand. I don't know if it's a security.
She already got on the stand.
Today, right?
Did.
Meg?
Yesterday. Yeah, I think she got on. I think she got on yesterday. Oh yeah.
I thought Kelsey was both days.
Nah, Meg got up there one day because they said no. It was like 2 days ago because they said she the one that talked about she was messing with Tori. They had a relation.
I think that was the first day. Yeah.
Sexual relationship or whatever.
Okay.
I thought he apologized to her. Did you hear that? Didn't he apologize? Or am I missing something? I thought I heard that.
That might have been down the road.
What that mean?
I mean, he shot her. I think I'm sorry.
Another thing, you don't apologize if you're innocent.
That's true. You don't pay people. You don't ask to pay people off neither. If he did,
for $1 million.
Yeah, they said $1 million.
Keep my M.
But she didn't want to. How can I put it? She didn't want to say, "Oh, he tried to bribe me." She's like, I wouldn't say it was a bribe, but I'll say it wasn't just me. So she kind of trying to put that language out there.
That boy gonna get off on a mission. That jury confused. That jury too confused, man. Everybody lying.
So it's a lot.
What me say earlier? Just take one.
Take one, bro. That's all it takes.
So it's a lot.
For sure.
But it's a great conversation. It's good to be back. Orrie, always thank you, Jimmy. Appreciate you coming, man. In the dungeon, in the den, Mees. Good to see you back, my brother. Harper, we always talk about the greatest team out there in the NBA. I don't want to mention it no more. I know they're a little offended. But I will say Mees had the quote of the podcast. What was that? Do some real coaching and not motivating.
There you go.
Look, that ain't enough now. All right.
Do some real coaching and not motivating.
Yeah, man. We're going to see.
I say that's the
quote. Oh, my
bad. What was the hit? You saw? Yeah.
My bad.
This is why I didn't play Kenneth Walker. This is why.
Yeah,
I'll wait to do that next time. But good to see y'all. Any last comments, words, wisdom?
Yeah. First of all, brothers, thank you for having me. I love y'all podcast. I love this. Please have me back on again. Because I definitely want to. Derrick said something the other day, yesterday, as a matter of fact, and we haven't talked about it tonight. We can talk about it later. He said, and Harp, I don't know if you're gonna agree, Harp, but he said Tatum is better than Embiid. So I wasn't sure he was talking about this year or overall career. So if he's saying this year, that's a conversation. If he's saying overall, we got to have another conversation. So I'm just saying.
I mean, you pick one because I can go for both.
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Tatum on both too myself.
Yeah. Are y'all talking about? So I don't know. Okay. So when we're evaluating players, I don't know how y'all evaluate them, but are you looking at accomplishments as far as team success? Are you looking at individual? Are you looking at individuals on both sides of the court? Are you looking at MVP voting?
You know what he's gonna say? Go ahead and say your favorite line.
I want to hear this.
What Keisha always tell you, stop saying. Go ahead and say it.
So let's say we dropping things in a bucket. Okay, so I go defense. Boom. So who the better defender? Who the better defensive player?
Tatum
right now.
Tatum
on ball.
Tatum on ball.
Not just around the rim. On ball.
Embiid. Have y'all seen Embiid just change? Like people change their shots, they won't even shoot.
Well, yeah, he's 7 feet, big dude. That Gobert do that too.
That's my point.
Any tall guy does that. They deter people from coming in the paint.
I'm gonna say it again.
Y'all know any tall guy don't do that. Y'all know basketball. Y'all know basketball. Stop. Don't do that. Y'all know the truth. Stop. Come on now.
You act like it's like miles away or something. Like stop that.
What?
He's not miles, but he's not like miles away from being better than him.
I just said better.
You can look at the competition. Like,
to me, they both top 5 players right now.
How many both top real stealers is he guarding compared to how many good wing players Tatum is guarding?
But look what he do with the guards. Look what he do with the guards, especially when they try to pick and roll him. Do you see how he hedge and come back and defend the shot? Seriously, just watch. Watch how he plays too. He'll guard a go. He'll come back off and just watch the shot. Tatum don't do that.
Like a defensive player of the year,
don't do that. He don't. I'm sorry.
This is a different topic for a different day.
We'll come back to that. It got me.
We have to get into this.
Switch 1 through 5. Your boy guarding 2 spots.
I think
Embiid guarding 2 positions.
Okay, on the last second shot, you're gonna put Embiid on a Damian Lillard.
Say what?
On the last second shot, so you need 1 stop. Are you gonna put Embiid on Damian Lillard?
On the perimeter?
Yeah, because what's Leonard gonna do? He gonna back. What he gonna do? Tell you that. What he gonna back?
He gonna take him to the hoop.
He gonna wave at him at the 3-point line.
He gonna back him and shoot the 3. He gonna back him and shoot the 3, right?
No, he gonna do this, fake him, and then he gonna beat him to the hole.
He'll probably get around him.
Will he get past Embiid?
Yes.
But Embiid could make up with his length. Could make up if he get past him.
With his what? The advantage that he might have.
So I would love that Michael Jordan award.
I would love to have that topic conversation.
All these
have it.
Weird.
You know
okay, let me write that down. Tatum.
I would love to have that one, and then I would love, like, again, I appreciate y'all got this, but I definitely want to get more into. I think I want to talk more about the Deion and as far as the black culture, because a lot of people that's non-sports fans was talking about Deion. So I want to talk more about, are we hard on our people sometimes? Just think about that. If y'all want to gauge and let me know how y'all feel about that. We too hard.
I like that. That's a good one. I would love to.
All black on the next podcast.
I would love to talk about that one.
Whenever let me know. Yeah. So
we had some other people that was really motivated about this. CJ, who's going to give like I told you, he's going to probably get like a political and more of a
he would be good for that. He would be good.
And he's really into that. And I got this other girl who works for the Washington Post that I might have to reach out to see if I can get her, because she had some very harsh comments about Deion and about what he did in this. So I got some people that we can get to that. Maybe in January we can kind of do that. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy holidays. Thank y'all for coming on. It's been a pleasure. I know y'all had a lot to say today, an hour, 47 minutes. But, it was much needed. Y'all have a great evening. Be blessed. And you already know. Peace.